Let's start and talk about the way that women were represented throughout Bukkake. They started out as kind of like a cattle type people. They were in the mountains just chilling and drinking and eating from the land. And when another group of cattle came, they started playing with them and the other wild animals. And when they saw a man, they attacked the man ferociously, killing all the cattle. Which is a brutal representation of them. And Theseus would kind of agree with that. He never really had any sort of respect for them. When he was being dressed as a woman, he said, like, as a woman, disgusting. And when they heard that they were frolicking out there, he was disgusted by it, but wanted to marvel at it, like they were a pack of wild animals. So you can kind of see that throughout the play. And another thing that stuck out to me was the brutality of Greek gods. Dionysus at the very end was talking to Cadmos, and Cadmos was saying, like, why so brutal? And Dionysus was like, that's how Zeus does it, that's how I do it, I'm a god, I don't care. And that's kind of something I had to look up and learn a little bit more about Greek mythology, because I didn't realize how brutal they are. And when I looked up the location of Delphi, I learned that that's Apollo's place. And Tiresias has mentioned it during his little tirade toward Pentheus, and mentioned the fact that Dionysus is in the crags of Delphi, saying that there's just a balance in life, and that he's there, and so is Apollo, and that's kind of helped me understand what Pentheus kind of had an obsession for Apollo because he wanted order and everything. That kind of is one of the ideas of the play, of that you have to have balance between both of them. So that's one example. And throughout, Pentheus wants an explanation for everything that Dionysus was doing. He was confused the whole time. He's like, you can't get out of here. And sometimes you just have to not know. You can't control and know everything. There has to be a balance there. And another idea that I saw throughout the play was kind of like the vanity of men, because Dionysus had to come in here because his mother was shamed by everyone because they didn't believe that she had a relationship with a god, because they didn't want to be jealous of that. And you can also see this vanity throughout Pentheus's treatment of women. You can see that with the way he calls on them. He would kill his own mother because she escaped with the other woman and went to the hills. Just not a great way of. I mean, it is a good way of describing humans, but not in a great light. And then another thing I want to just talk about is the fact that Elvis is on the cover, and I think Elvis represents a sort of new age type of idea. He was disordered, his hips were swiveling, and the old age of people, aka Pentheus, didn't like it. They wanted order and stuff, and they tried to just shut him down. They didn't want him on TV, but he still found a way to break through, and he saw a lot of followers, really fervent followers. You can see that through the choir. Throughout this play, they really supported Dionysus, and the fact that they were really happy when Pentheus died, which was really interesting. And I also wanted to talk about a couple questions I had with the whole Greek mythology of demigod. I mean, I know Hercules was, so why is Dionysus not? And does that relate to the fact the Greek people didn't respect him as a real god? I'm not sure. And Dionysus's punishments for Cadmos and his wife seemed a little interesting, to make them raid Greek cities and find Apollo's tombs empty almost. I'm not sure what that meant or why that was such an awful, awful punishment for them. So yeah, thank you.